All right, here we go. It's that time again. Time for Total Chaos NBA, brought to you by Picks and Parlays. I'm your host, Allie Burns, and with me today, we've got two of our top cappers over at the Picks and Parlays site. Our champion from last week, Sean Higgs. You crushed it, bro. 5-0 last week. 5-0. Not bad. Not bad at all.
Yeah, I said on the show somebody's going 5-0. Someone's going to do really good. We only had one game the same, so someone's going to go 5-0. Who am I kidding? I know it was going to be me. Chip, that guy. He doesn't know anything about 90s. I was about to say 90s basketball. We're in 2020, so where am I?
I feel like it might have been his peach basket than James Naismith borrowed. We could be there with Chip.
Well, that's the thing. He knows a lot about 90s basketball, but it is 2021.
That's just it.
I feel like I'm like the sub 50-year-old version of Chip because I always bring up like random guys from like the 80s and 90s when I do my stuff. So I feel like I'm going to be Chip in 25 years.
Fair enough. That's fair enough. I forgot what I was. Oh, maybe now you're 6-0 because you did call that you were going to go 5-0. So does that count as a pick also? You could be 6-0 here.
Yes, I like that. Let's see. Well, we got to see if it carries over because I might need a 6-0 if we don't do good today. So unless I go 4-1 today and beat Dan, you're only as good as your next game. So
right, that's just it. We'll buffer the stats. How are you doing, Dan Kaiser?
I'm all right. I'm just like a glutton for punishment. I just keep coming back to these shows and just keep getting pounded and have to wait a week or two to come back and take a beating again. So hopefully something changes today.
Oh, Dan Kaiser, you're too funny. You've won your share of total chaoses. Don't be ridiculous.
I think two.
Okay, well
that's all right.
That's a couple, yeah. I don't think I've ever won. I beat Kurt one time in the very beginning in NFL, and then I've tied a couple of times. But yeah, so I've only got.
You got the records out? What's my? I don't even know what my record is. I know I've won a few.
I kept them for a while, and then I got over it because on Morningwood's show, I keep all their records, and I keep my records, and I do stats on actual teams that play sports, so that I bet money on. So it's a lot of record keeping. But for a long time, yes, I did have records on you guys.
All right.
Yeah,
Elliot's coming in the chat. He doesn't come in my chat anymore, Elliot. Get out of here with your nonsense.
Oh, you're funny. Okay, so we do have a promo code over at the site, just to let you guys know. It's golf. 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 It's Masters weekend. Where you been? Where you been?
That's not a sport, so we don't worry about it.
What is it? A game?
It is. It's a game.
When I lived in England, I went golfing on one of the old courses where you had to carry your clubs, and like carrying your clubs, I only played 9 holes. I feel like it's a sport. Like me carrying clubs sucked. If I had a cart, not a sport.
Yeah, but you're 5'1" and the clubs are 4'2", so it's basically carrying a person for you. So yeah.
And
I am 5'2" and a half.
And she had to carry the beer cooler also.
Yeah, no wheels. They won't let you roll wheels on there to mess up the grass.
They had to carry the beer cooler. That was heavier than the golf bag.
Oh, my ex-husband was such a ding dong too. He's like, nope, you're carrying your own. I'm like, please carry this nope, you got to carry it. So yeah, that was my one time that I ever played golf.
Mini golf. The sticks are like this big, tiny little blue ball. Excellent.
A blue ball?
Then you go for ice cream across the street after you play mini golf and beat your kids.
Oh, mini golf. Golf is a game. Combat bet. Chris Faxon says it's a game.
Yeah. Team Faxon in the house. Yeah, definitely. It's definitely a game. Definitely skill. Yeah.
All right. Thomas is going with the Suns, the Mavs, and the Celtics on $1,000 parlay. What do y'all think? Let's go. Okay, let's go.
Go.
You put 1,000, you're going to win 1,000.
You're going to go to the bank machine after that loses to pay that.
Is that against the spread?
Yeah, is that against the spread or is it money line? And is it to win 1,000 or you put 1,000 on it? I had a big talk in the chat with someone came in the other day saying like, so-and-so team cost me $3,000. I'm like, but did you bet 3,000 or is that what you thought you were going to win? Because it's not the same. No one cost you $3,000. You spent $10 and bought a piece of paper with it.
Yes.
You got your investment. That's what the end of the deal was, Love the shout outs.
But that's what we always say. But obviously it is but as a gambler, you always look at it. Yeah, I could have won it cost me $3,000, but I understand what you're saying.
Once your chips are out, that's not your money anymore.
I understand what you're saying, but you're going with the logic, and then you got to go with the sometimes a gambler mentality where.
Well, that's why I wanted to make it clear. Don't think you lost $3,000 if you only lost 10. That's all I was trying to say.
I understand.
Yeah. You lost the potential. Okay, so we'll get this party started. I digress. So this is Total Chaos. If you guys are just joining us, give us that thumbs up, like, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. That way you never miss our free pick shows. These guys are going to go head to head. I'm going to give them 5 NBA games that happen on Thursday, April the 8th. They're going to give me their play, they're going to tell me whether it goes over or under the number. Whoever gets the most correct wins and comes back next week to defend their title. All right, you guys ready to rock?
Let's go.
Okay, Higgs, you're going to start us off because you are the champ. We're talking Lakers at the Heat, 204.5. Go for it.
I'm going to go over the total here, 204. I think this is like a little bit of an overreaction. I know Miami is supposed to be like a defensive team, but, they've been putting up points the last couple of games. Plus, they're in off a loss to Memphis. They lose by 12 at home. And I'm no fan of the Lakers. I said they're not a good ball club. And you look at some of their scores they put up, 110, 86, 115, 97, 96, 100, 101, 94s. Low, yes. But I think in this spot, the 204, I think is overreaction to the way they've kind of played over the last 10 games. So I'm going to go over. And I probably think this is going to be like 115, 100 type game. So I think this easily gets past this. I mean, 204.5, that's low. That's low in today's NBA standards. So I'm going to go over.
Over we go. Dan, what do you say about it?
Yeah, I was kind of happy you got the pick first in this one, and I was hoping you get the pick first in the next one. Also, I almost gave you pass that one off to you. Also, yeah. I mean, look at this team. Without James, you look at the Lakers, and who do you turn to offensively? Dennis Schroeder, Montrezl Harrell, and Kyle Kuzma, and yay. I mean, even and Andre Drummond's not even in the game, so there you go. I mean, the last time these two teams played, it was 96-94. Miami won, and LeBron James even played in that game. Yeah, I agree. I pretty much agree with Higgs, but I'm gonna take the under in this one. I know it's low, and I should take the over, but it's one of those things that I always make fun of other people when they say this. So, but I'm gonna say it now. This total tells you, screams over. But so they must want you to take the over. So I'm gonna take the under.
All right, I get that. Well,
I understand that totally. I think about that all the time. I say it's too easy.
Yep, it's true. And sometimes you get bit in the butt because it was too easy. That's just it. But sometimes you don't. All right. So Cavaliers are at the Thunder. 212 for you, Dan. Go right ahead.
Yeah, I was doing a little research in this game, and I said earlier, I don't follow much of the NBA anymore. It's just too hard to bet. I'll wait till the playoffs because you never know who's going to play and who's not playing, and it, you might wait till game time to make the decision. So I just looked at the lineups here, and I like this Cleveland lineup at the beginning of the season. I like Sexton and the other guard, and I thought if Drummond stayed there, they would have had a kind of a decent a team there. And I looked at the Thunder, and I'm like, who are these guys? I mean, Gilchrist Alexander, I know him, and he's not playing. And the other name guy I knew, Al Horford, they told him to take a hike and go home and we'll pay you. And I looked at the rest. I didn't know who they were. Usually, you find one or two guys from the college that you actually know. So I'm gonna take the under in this one. I don't know why. I just when I look at a team that I don't know, I'm like, yeah, and Cleveland's gone under 7-0 to the under last 7 road games, and I can throw off all these trends that I really don't care about. So I'm taking the under. I'm going with if I don't know you, you can't score. So I'm taking the under.
That makes sense, though. Like, I feel like if I knew if you were putting up points, someone would have told me. I would have seen it on a highlight reel or something. So I get where you're going with that. Higgs, what do you think about this one?
It's funny you said that because a couple weeks ago we had like the Thunder game. I look at them like, who the heck are they? I had no idea who these guys were. I'm like, who are these guys? And listen, people in the chat, they know me from doing the videos too. Like I always say NBA is like, I can't stand the NBA. I can't. Guys sit out. You don't know what's going on. It's ridiculous. But too tough for me here. I'm going over the total, Dan. Sorry, we're opposite again. Historically, 8 of the last 12 of these, 8-3-1 to the under when they've played. But I don't know. Thunder's given up 132, 133, 140, 127 in 4 of their last 5 games. And Cavs, granted, I see low scores of 101, 94, and 75, but those are the good teams. Miami, Sixers, the Jazz. I mean, they dropped 125 and won at the Suns. So they're going to, so they're a little happy right now. So obviously the shots are falling. You're coming against a team who's given up 130 in games. They've given up 130 in 3 of the last 4 games. That's insane. So I'm going to go over to 212. This looks too low. I mean, I'm over. I mean, I know Thunder's looks like a AAU team or whatever. They get a bunch of who's this, but 212. I'm going to go over. We'll see what happens.
How do you feel about the Trailblazers at the Jazz? 231 is the number there.
I feel under. Listen, I love this Jazz team. I like them a lot, and they're a full team, offense, defense, step, whatever. So 231 seems a little high. I know Portland's going to want to push it. I liked them the other night about the Clippers, and they didn't do a good job there. But here I'm going to just go under. I just think Jazz they're playing another good team. They show up. They're not like the Clippers and the Lakers who think it's just going to be playoff time and they're going to come out and play. Jazz show up every night against good teams, whether it be Denver or the Clippers or Portland, whoever they're playing, who's a good team, they show up. They don't take games off. So I hope their defense shows up here, and I'll go under.
Dan, do you agree or disagree?
Actually, I do agree with things on this one. I'm when I first started looking at this, you got 2 of the top 5 offenses in the league going at it. Portland struggles on defense, but Utah has a decent defense. I mean, my first thought was this could be this a very high scoring game with Lillard going off and Utah doing what they do. But and again, it's just one of those things. You got 2 top offenses going. Usually, the opposite thing happens. So I'm going to agree with Higgs on this one. I'm going to take the under.
Under, our first consensus pick of the show. Friends at home, when they agree, those tend to be the most valuable plays. Dan, you're going to keep us rolling along. Suns at the Clippers, 224.
Yeah, I like. I've liked the Suns team probably since the end of last year in the bubble. I just really like the way they play. They're 9th in the NBA in offense. Put up 114 a game. The Clips are 7th in offense. I'm going to take the over in this one. I know, the Clips have been known at times to play good defense, but I just think this is going to. The Suns have too many weapons to slow down everybody, so I think this is going to be a higher scoring game than the 224. So I'm taking the over.
Higgs, do you agree? Disagree?
We're getting in the car together. I'm on the over here also. Suns, our team likes to come out and control the pace. Look at their last games. 133, 130, 140, 103, 121, 116, 117, 110. They're going to push it up and down the court. I got the Clippers in off that Portland game where they've scored 133. A couple lower scoring games in between that, but again, not against crazy offensive teams like, the Lakers and Orlando. But Milwaukee, they dropped the 129 on those guys. So a team's going to want to run with these guys. They'll play the pace. So I'm going to go over to 224. So me and Dan together here. 2 in a row together.
Let's see if we can make it 3. It's the last one. Pistons are at the Kings. 228 is what we're rolling with. Higgs, finish her off.
Under in Sacramento gets Pistons here. 228. Normally I see like bad teams getting together. I'm like, all right, you got guys who just want to come out and shoot. They got nothing to play for. They're looking for contracts down the road and showing other teams they can actually play. But, I look at this, and even some of these scores, Pistons, 125 to 81, 120, 91, 106, 92. All these are under. They're all unders. They can give up a bunch of points, but they don't score much anyway. Kings the same way, 116, 106 to mini, under. 115, 94, under. Sacramento Spurs, San Antonio Spurs, under. Cleveland, under. All unders. Nowhere near 228, 100 to 98. 120, 106. All unders. I'm going under here. Why is it 228? teams that can't score. What are you talking about? 228 under.
It's a good point. Very good point. Dan, how do you feel about this?
Well, if anybody's seen any of the shows I've done on Picks or Parlays or any other shows I've ever done, they know I hate all things Detroit. So,
You really do.
yeah, and I kind of, I everything Higgs says is correct, and yeah, I don't know why this number's the way it is. I mean, Detroit. I mean, overall they score 107 points a game, but they put up 119 against the Nuggets. Yeah. Here's the thing. I did a pick on picks and parlays, and I threw out a lean on this game to the over. I don't know why I wasn't. So I'll go with that one. I'll take the over on this one. That gives us 3 different, and we won't have a tie.
But you took the over because you think the Kings are going to score 200 against the Pistons, since you hate Detroit. So that's what you got.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
No, because then when I lose,
that's probably going to happen.
When we split the first 2, and then I lose this one, and I lose this contest, this gives me another reason to hate Detroit.
Hate Detroit.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. What did Detroit ever do to you? Oh my gosh! I know you're in Michigan, but still.
He had to get mugged or something in Detroit. What happened?
Have you ever seen Detroit?
You've never seen it?
Have you ever seen it? Have you ever been to Detroit?
I saw it in RoboCop. Wasn't that based on a true story?
Yeah, there's no reason.
I was filmed in Houston, Texas. That's where they filmed RoboCop.
I live halfway between Detroit and Chicago, exactly halfway. And there's never once, as me and my friends ever said, let's go to Detroit for the weekend.
Why not? Yeah, the Lions. You go back in the day, go see Eric Creamer play.
Listen, I did go see Barry, and I have seen the
Herman Moore.
I have seen the last playoff game the Lions have won.
Brett Perryman.
Yeah.
Ray
Herman
Fonts.
Moore.
Herman
Ray
Moore was
Fonts,
pretty good.
yeah.
Who's the guy who went 0-16? Who's that? Was that
Morningwig?
Morningwig, Marty Morningwig. Oh my god!
Here's the thing. There's there's a thing I saw, and they listed like the 16 worst coaches in the NFL. And
you had 4 of them.
Detroit had three in the top 6, and it didn't include Matt Patricia.
And the Browns had the other 2.
Huh?
The Browns had the other 3.
Yeah, I mean, and Matt Patricia wasn't in there, and Wayne Fonts wasn't in there, so. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, we're minor league city right now.
Minor league.
I've never been a fan of Detroit. I mean, when the Red Wings are good, I was an Avalanche fan. So.
Red Wings were really good for a while. Sergei Fedorov back in '94. Stevie Yzerman.
Yeah, and then but I was a Joe Sakic, Peter Forsberg, Patty Roy guy.
That guy Roy was pretty good.
I don't
Ali
know
doesn't know what we're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah.
94, you were probably, 3 years old? Were you even born yet?
I don't even know if you're talking about football or hockey right now. Matt Patricia gave me a football. I got football out of that, but then it felt like you switched to hockey because I heard wings. So
Alex busts out Matt Millen and Jim Schwartz.
Jim Schwartz. May the Schwartz be with you. RoboCop was filmed in Dallas, not Houston, by the way. Thank you, Chris. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Just want to remind you guys, if you're looking for Dan or Sean's premium picks, check them out at picksandparlays.net. Promo code GOLF saves you 20% off the entire site. We are doing a special right now. I think it's any one capper for all of baseball season. It's $549. Y'all remember baseball season isn't going to be over till October, all right? Spring, summer, fall. That's how baseball works. So it really is a lot of picks when you think, 62 games times 30 teams, not including the postseason. So a lot of play.
I'm 22-13 to start, only 63% for baseball so far. So
that ain't bad.
Just throwing that out there.
Yeah. Just a little sprinkle, just a little sugar sprinkle in your coffee there. Okay, so let's do a quick recap here. So yeah, if you guys want Higgs to be your capper or Dan to be your capper, whoever you want for baseball season, golf 20% off. $550 is really not a lot of money when you think of how many picks you're getting out of it. Okay, here we go. For the Lakers game, the number is 204.5. Higgs is going over and Dan is going under. Cavs is at 212. Dan says this one goes under, but Higgs says this one goes over. Finally, we have an agreement on the Blazers game at 231 points. The boys say it goes under. They agreed that the Suns 224, it's going over. And for the last pick of the game, the Pistons 228 points. Higgs is taking it under. Dan is taking it over begrudgingly. And that's how we're doing it. That's how we're doing it. So yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. Don't forget, smash that like button on your way out. That way we can keep doing all this free content. We have another Total Chaos coming up tomorrow night. It's the MLB with Tim Earl and Sean Higgs. You had next on the Earl twins. Tim was the one that took it down. So Sean Higgs has got him next. And then Lenny Wenson wants the winner of that. Detroit Lenny will come in between the winner of Higgs and Tim. So
wait, hold on. The guy's name's Detroit Lenny, and he's not on with Dan?
No.
Oh, that'd be a show in itself right there. We need we don't even need a Total Chaos or anything. We just need a show.
That'll just be chaos. It'll just be...
Yeah,
chaos. I like it. So then on Friday, I'm doing something different. I've got Nick Earl and a capper to be determined, and they are going to go 2 baseball, 2 basketball, 2 hockey. So that's going to be the Friday Total Chaos show. It's kind of like it's totally
that is totally chaos there, because it's all
totally
sports.
Chaos. Exactly. So hey, leg show. Excuse me. So lots of stuff. That's why you got to ring that bell for notifications. I got big plans. I know, those are my legs. They're not really.
I love leg show. They're great legs. I'm not even a leg guy.
I know leg show. Me, leg show, Chanel L, and Lenny Wenson all met up for the first round of the tournament here in Las Vegas at my meet and greet. And Chanel's chick, Alex, and Lenny's wife. It was awesome. It was really good. We had a meet and greet. Elliot V was there. We all gave out.
It's a trailer like Miguel Cabrera.
I didn't even mean to put that up.
That's great.
All right, guys. I will check y'all later. Have a great night. Don't forget, hit like and ring the bell for notifications. And don't forget, check out Higgs' show. Type in winning free picks into your YouTube. Like and subscribe. He does midday money. He does late night money. I've been watching your show just about every night. Nick Earl and I were both saying, you're who remind me, like, oh yeah, you should probably start looking at tomorrow's games. I'm like,
yeah,
oh,
it's like I get the notification at 10 o'clock. It's time I got to look at the games. I'm like, I already got baseball posted for tomorrow. I got 2 games up for it.
Excellent. What time are you coming on tonight?
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock Eastern, right?
Yeah, 10 o'clock Eastern time. So I see some of the people in here. Oh, Elliot doesn't show up anymore. That guy, he was good for like a week and he just dropped off the fact. I wasn't good enough for him. I don't know what the problem is.
Who did?
Elliot. I got to bring out a blonde wig or something, I guess, for him to get back on the show.
That's so rude, Elliot. So rude. She must have been getting 2 66-digit checks. Okay. Yeah, winning picks is great. Alex Jett said he'll be there later.
Yeah, Alex there.
I've been tapping in. Yeah,
you come in.
I love this show.
You should come in as a guest with me. We'll do the show. I gotta
have
to send a link over to you.
Okay.
If you pop in, I'll definitely send it if I see you're there. Otherwise, I'm not gonna bother if you're doing games.
Well, I want to come when I haven't officially started doing my baseball stats yet. Like I want a good week. Also, I need a lot more paper than I have right now. So wait until I have my stat. I have been doing really well in baseball season, though. I will say that I have been doing well, but they're not like my official picks. The blonde wig.
I only seen a blonde wig. I busted that out for Chelsea one day for the Bills and Jets. She had, I think last year I took the Bills, she had the Jets or something, or vice versa, whatever the case would be. And I said I'd have a wig, and I ended up winning, but I just threw the wig on anyway. I had it next to me for which game. I had like a crazy chain. You know, she wears like a nice necklace. I had a big ornate necklace on.
I want you to bring your wife's puppet, Pepe or Jose.
Jose?
I think he should be your co-host on the show. Jose's the business.
He's around. I just saw him. He was on the couch. I don't know where he went. I had him up.
I love Jose. Oh my God.
I had my daughter do his voice. I told her, I said, you should turn her little YouTube channel and she should start being like the 11-year-old pick girl. She'd come out and do picks with her and Jose. It'd be hilarious.
That is too funny. I'm sure it's illegal, but I do think it's funny.
It probably
I
is.
that with my kid because he's 10. I'm like, can you write some of these people's names on the board? And I'm like, I feel like that's illegal.
I had her in the Borgata Sportsbook today with me, taking out money at the
Did
window.
you?
Yeah.
They won't let us bring our kids to the window, so he has to kick it in the deli for a minute while I run up there and cash it. Well, now I'm all on apps, but this was last season.
They were really strict. Used to be like you couldn't even walk through the. I'm like, how the heck am I getting to my room? But I mean, say you kids aren't allowed then, and people don't come down here. So whatever. I was standing outside. I had her because it's a bar. I'm like, this is a restaurant. She can be in here.
Yeah.
Stand hide behind the little barrier, the little roped off area, the velvet rope for you to collect your money.
Yeah, well, I grew up in Texas. It wasn't a big deal. Like kids can go to bars, like if you're there with your parents, you can be there at a bar. So
exactly.
I don't know. I get it.
Well, that's why I stay at the Vidara when I go out to Vegas. Vidara Hotel.
Vidaria?
Yeah, HDARA. HDARA. Yeah, Hadara. I've seen it. Like I can see it in my head, but I don't.
VDARA.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah, I thought it was
it's right next to the Aria.
B?
Yeah, it's right next to the Aria.
That's too fancy for me.
I'm a downtown girl. Yeah, I hang out downtown.
but it doesn't have a casino in it, so because it's the only smoke free hotel in Vegas, so they don't have a casino. So I take my son out there, and my mates take their kids out there, and you can just let them run around with no problem.
At first, you said your mates, but I thought you said your maids. I'm like, how many maids do you have that you're bringing to Vegas with you?
No mates. It's an English thing.
Right. I got you.
Yeah, you used to live in England, so you know.
Yeah, right. I had to carry my own damn golf clubs in England. Not a fan. Leg show Morningwood starts at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And I did get your pick today for the last man standing, but it did not cash. So there's that. So yeah, we just started a new last man standing on Morningwood today.
He's got no legs to stand on, Leg Show.
No legs to stand on, Leg Show. You're going to have to wait.
Look at Alex. I hang out in the Travel Lodge parking lot he put.
Well, do they have a book? Do they have a casino? That's all I care about. That's just it. All right, guys. Until next time, thank y'all so much for coming on. It's always a blast when you guys are on the show. Stay tuned. Tomorrow night, we've got Total Chaos MLB with Higgs and Tim Earl. Next night, we're doing our Total Chaos mashup. Higgs and I are going to get together on Sunday nights from now on. Now that the madness is cleared, Higgs and I are going to meet up 9 p.m. Eastern on Sundays to do handicapper Q&A. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Higgs as a handicapper, strategy, info about baseball, both of us will tell you more than you would like to know about baseball.
Or just anything. I just love talking, so whatever.
Yeah, that's it. Padres did not hit today.
I had them run line. They did not hit.
Yeah, but we're not going to be giving out free picks. It's not a free pick show. It's more of a capper Q&A. It's not that we can't give you free picks, but you know what I mean? That's not what we're trying to do here. We're trying to give you guys a place to ask questions about what we're doing. All right. Thumbs ups all around. Let me find out you didn't thumbs up. Let me find out because I'll block you. Actually, I can't do that, but in my mind, I will.
Tim wants to come to the Q&A.
Threats. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank y'all so much for coming on the show. I'll see you guys next week. And may the best capper win.
I will.
Or Higgs.
So it's 10:30 in the morning our time. At 1:30 Eastern, that's 10:30 Vegas time, not 9 a.m. You didn't even get the 9:30 part on there.
I like that. I like that. Or me. I like that one. Yeah, because usually I say I will, but I like that one better for next time when I'm on. I'll do that tomorrow. Against Tim, when she's like, best capper wigs. I said, oh, yeah, or me.
Or me. I like that. Yeah, you can join Handicapper Q&A. Let us bang out our first one, and then maybe you and Tim can kind of come in and jump on. We just haven't done it for a while. All right. Okay.
I'm good. Whatever you want.
I'm standing up, so I'm dying to sit down right now. Okay, so I will see you guys next week. I know I'm tired of moving my stuff up and down for every show I do. Okay, I'll see you guys next week, and we'll do the whole damn thing over again like we do. All right,
Dan.